Good. Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Union Baseball Complex for tonight's game between the visiting Sand Springs Sandites and your Union Redhawks. Let's get our starting lineups for this game. For Sand Springs, batting first, wearing number 8, the shortstop Alex Dudley. Let's repeat that. Good evening and welcome to the Union Baseball Complex for tonight's game between the visiting Sand Springs Sandites and your Union Redhawks. Let's get the starting lineups for tonight's game. Batting first for Sand Springs and wearing number 8, the shortstop Alex Dudley. Batting second, wearing number 2, center fielder Boston Kissy. Batting third, wearing number 16, left fielder Tatum Wells. Batting fourth and wearing number 7, second baseman Sutton Cook. At number 5, wearing the 12 number, designated hitter Cashin McIntyre. Hitting sixth, wearing number 1, pitcher Landon Joyce. In the 7th spot, number 13, catcher Jaden Bussell. Hitting 8th, number 18, first baseman Cale Knight. And hitting 9th, number 9, third baseman Caden Worthington. Your right fielder tonight, number 10, Gage Gunn. The head coach for the Sand Springs Sandites is Scott Watkins, assisted by Jake Lawson, Brandon Elizares, and Mike Stevens. And now the starting lineups for your home team, Union Redhawks. Batting first, wearing number 1, left fielder Aiden Leathers. Batting second, wearing number 18, third baseman Isaiah Butler. In the third spot, number 11, center fielder Asher Fowler. Hitting fourth, number 3, shortstop Zach Oliver. Hitting fifth, number 15, DH Gavin Wilhelm. In the 6th spot, number 6, right fielder Peyton Williams. Hitting 7th, number 26, first baseman Connor Douthit. Hitting 8th, number 17, catcher Caden Hubbard. And hitting 9th, number 8, second baseman Chandler Studdard. Your pitcher tonight, number 12, Brandon Cheney. The head coach for the Redhawks, Sean Newkirk, assisted by Justin Brown, Chuck Justice, and Cameron Summers. Now we ask, as you're able, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Welcome in here to the live stream. It is Union High School baseball tonight right here on a Tuesday night, and a cool Tuesday night in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew. When I say cool, it's been a cooler day. Obviously some rain here. Andy actually watched the rain from the press box. 59 degrees here today, around 5 mile an hour north-northwest winds. As a matter of fact, the wind blowing out, which almost never happens here, at least hasn't happened for us an awful lot, but it is blowing out this evening as we get this game underway. These two teams played just last night. Last time it was an 8-5 Union win. Union leading 8-0 late in that game and gave up some late runs, but obviously getting a chance to win. Sand Springs is 17-15, 9-4 overall in district play. And when it comes to the last few games, they've been pretty good in April, just a little bit above average. Union, 8-5 overall, 4-27. Is what they're looking at, and since 427, pardon me, they are 3 out of the last 5 the Union Redhawks have won. So really playing decent baseball. On the mound tonight, Brandon Cheney, who will bring a little bit of different stuff with him, and we'll see how this one goes. We are closing in on district playoffs, and as I was listening to the other dads in the booth, trying to figure out the who's playing who, I would rather stare at a monkey watching a football, because that was really hard to even try to get a handle on. Let's just say that there are a lot of scenarios still up in the air. Is that fair, guys? That's a fair thing to say, right? We do know that Union's involved, and that's important, and that possibly Santa Fe, Moore, or Memorial down on the other side of the state. So we'll find out as we get there. But that's really common for this time of the year in baseball. Heck, it's really common for this time of the year in football, to have a lot of teams tied for first, second, third, or whatever. And so with the playoff scenarios the way they are and a lot of teams making the playoffs, you can almost always count on the fact that it's going to be very late in the year before we know anything that's going to be happening. All right, so we're ready to get this one underway. Hitting first, number 8, shortstop Alex Dudley. You know, and I have talked many times in these broadcasts about how a lot of baseball players in high school these days, you're seeing a lot of teams with very small guys. This Sand Springs team, this is a big baseball team. These guys walking up all look like they're at least high school seniors, or even some of them look like maybe they're beyond that. Pitch number 1, swung on and popped back. That's going to be strike 1. And not that it really makes a huge difference that you're bigger or stronger, but as a wise man once said, that is the way to bet. 0-1 as we just get underway here in a 6 o'clock game. Cheney delivers. That one again fouled back, and it'll be 0-2. This is senior night here, so as soon as this game is over, we will recognize only 5 seniors on this Red Hawk team, and from what I understand, there's a pretty good group of freshmen coming in, which should be really good news for Coach Newkirk. 0-2 count. That'll be high and outside, 1-2. You know, Coach Newkirk told me before the year numbers had been really a bugaboo, so if you get 10, 11 freshmen and you're only losing 5 seniors, that's that's going to put you back somewhat where you were about a year ago, which is much better for this baseball program. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be just foul. It looks like it's going to go into the bullpen or just beyond, and it does. So it will remain 1-2 as Dudley continues to fight him off. Should be a good night for some, for these left-handers like Connor Douthit, with that wind blowing out pretty steadily right now to center field. Long look by Cheney. And the delivery. That one's going to get popped up. It looks like it'll be playable out there for Peyton Williams. Nope, it's going to fall in front of Williams, and that'll be a base hit. Looked like Williams had a pretty good jump on it, and then maybe at the end just misjudged it. He held up, and that'll be a base hit, so we've got one on. Number 2, the center fielder, Boston Kissy, will step in. And at first, like I said, at first off the bat, I really thought that was going to be caught. Pretty good lead out there now for Dudley, too, as Cheney will check. And the delivery, that's going to be a bunt attempt, but it'll be foul. And I'll say this for Dudley. He's a big dude, but with those long legs and that big stride, and that really good lead. He was within 4 or 5 feet of second base before that ball really kind of trailed foul. Look at the lead out there Dudley has. He's got a heck of a lead. He's almost got that inside foot on the cut out there. Throw over by Cheney, just enough to get him back. 0-1 on Kissy, or Kissy. We're going to say it's Kissy. Actually asked one of the assistants how you pronounce his name, and he said, I'm not sure. So we'll leave it at that. There's a bunt attempt again, another one fouled back, so it's 0-2. Nobody out, one on here for Sand Springs. Let's watch the lead again for Dudley. Yeah, he's got a bold lead. Cheney, being a right-hander, has got a little bit more time to flip that thing around. Delivery a little bit on the outside, so we're going to be at 1-2. Just underway here. Nobody out, one on for Sand Springs. Cheney looks quickly as Dudley is way out there. Now he'll throw over. Cheney's move to make that throw, he adjusts the foot, so when he does, that's going to give Dudley enough time to get back. You hope you just worry him enough to keep him a little closer. Rain here handled well by this field. You're not even seeing any splashing or anything out there. Looks like the field's in good shape. Of course, it is turf. That delivery, swing and a miss, and that's going to set down Boston Kissy. Number 16, left fielder Tatum Wells will be the next man up to see if he can move over the runner. Wells, a left-hander, and another one of these young men that's got a little oomph to him, it looks like. There goes Dudley, and he's even a little further along now. He is certainly way out there. Delivery well on the outside. You can see Hubbard, when he raised up, kind of thought about making that throw to first base, but a couple of those have gone awry in the last few games, and I'm sure there's discussions have been had about that, and he decided not to make that throw. It's 1-0. Cheney again on the outside. That breaking ball never came back where he wanted it to, and that's 2-0. Ball actually broke more to the outside. As Dudley takes his lead. Cheney doing a good job of focusing on the hitter that he'll throw over. Eventually, Dudley's just going to get a sore stomach from sliding back in. Maybe he'll stay closer. Nope, there he goes again. One out, one on here for Sand Springs. Delivery well to the outside. There goes the runner. The throw is going to be late, and he'll have second base. So now runner on second. Dudley, he took that lead enough. He was bound and determined to get there. And that ball being well outside makes it a 3-0 count. Tatum Wells, a left fielder. Waits again. Hasn't had the swing yet. That delivery, just a little low, and that's going to be a walk. So Tatum Wells will take first base, and it's first and second for Sand Springs. Second baseman, number 7, Sutton Cook. Next man up for the Sandites. 2 on, no one out, pardon me. 2 on, 1 out here for Sand Springs. As Boston Kissy actually struck out a little early on, looking. Big lead there by Dudley again. And now Dudley's going to take off for third, and a swing will send that one foul, so the runners will go back. I tell you, for a pretty good-sized guy, Dudley can run. When he took off, he took off. That was a sprinter start. Studdard sneaking over, try to hold him a little closer. Oh, that delivery got away from Cheney way high, and that's a big breaking ball, but it was well above the batter's head, and we'll have a 1-1 count. It is a little bit still wet out there. I would imagine the balls are as dry as they can be, but with a kind of a moist air tonight, might be a little bit easier to lose control too. Studdard sneaks over and back, and now here goes the runner. And that's going to be a strike, and that throw is going to get into center field, but is picked up. Now here comes the runner home. Dudley will slide in, and he is safe. So the steal to third, then the swing, and then the throw goes into center field, and it will end up being 1-0 Sand Springs. Sutton Cook still at the bat at 1-1. So Wells now at second base. The ball got by both the second baseman and the shortstop. Both Oliver and Studdard were there. And it almost looked as though the two were kind of confused about who was going to go up to get it, because it was a high throw, but might have been handleable. So a 1-2 count with one out, and now 1 run home for Sand Springs, and Cook will stand back in. Cheney's delivery is fouled back. That's going to go way over on the creek, and it will stay 1-2. That one went into the creek on the fly. Long first half of this first inning here. Delivery, this time it's hit down the line. That's going to once again go foul. So just behind it is Cook. You know, when Dudley started the game, he fouled everything off to the right. Now Cook fouling everything off to left. And Cheney's hanging in there with a 1-2 count and 1 out. Does have the 1 strikeout to his efforts already. The check and the delivery, and that one's going to be hit sharply, but that again will go foul. Almost a little off room there for Leathers to get there, but not quite. So a good job by Cook to just keep this alive. And it requires a lot of patience from Cheney. They've adjusted Leathers slightly to the left, as you can imagine, or to his right, after those foul balls. Cheney hit him. Sutton Cook is hit by the pitch, and he will take first base. Designated hitter number 12, Cashin McIntyre, is the next man up. So Sand Springs with 1 out now has first and second loaded, so obviously good chances here for double plays. But after hanging in there for quite a bit, that's a tough one for Brandon Cheney. McIntyre, another left-hander, as the flag blowing to center field, or basically straightaway center field right about now. Neither runner has a tremendous lead at this point. Now that lead getting much bigger over there for Cook. Ball well outside, that's ball 1. At this point for Cheney, you just hope you got to keep concentration. That's tough when you've really battled hitters to that second strike and can't quite get the out you're looking for. Then a throw into center field creates a run. That's a nice throw, and that's a pitch, and there we are. Pardon me, that's a strike, and we're at 1-1. That's what you're looking for right there. Just bear back down, focus on the hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 double play away from maybe ending the inning with only a 1-0 score, which would be a big win right about now. Delivery, nice pitch on the outside corner. That's strike 2. McIntyre, the DH, will step back in with a plate to protect now. Long study by Cheney. Now that lead getting bigger for Cook, and McIntyre will step out. after a string of really nice days, a lot chillier here tonight. Much more important for these pitchers to stay warm too. Quick check by Cheney, and well outside. We are at 2-2. Good crowd here tonight. Sand Springs brought a lot of folks. Good Union crowd over there too behind the dugout. That delivery is swung on, and that's going to be a base hit. Picked up out there in right field, and that will hold the runner. Nice job out there by Peyton Williams to get there in a hurry. So that will be a single for McIntyre. Pitcher number 1, Landon Joyce, will be the next man up, and an opportunity to help his own cause here, and he hasn't even had to throw a pitch yet. 1-0, 1 out, and the base is loaded for the Sandites. Could still get this thing over with, at least this half inning, with a double play. That was dangerously close to the inside, ball 1. Joyce moved. Had he chosen not to move as quickly, it would be 2-0. That ball was on the way to hitting him on the hip. Cheney clearly doesn't have to worry much about the runners, although over at third he would. That one is swung on a very sharp little hit, or pardon me, soft little hit. They're going to try to make the play to first and can't. That's going to score a run. That ball was hit softly enough. There was really not much Isaiah Butler could do by the time he got to it. Or by him, actually, Zach Oliver got to it. He couldn't do much with it. Number 13, catcher Jaden Bussell. So it is now 2-0 Sand Springs, and the bases are still loaded with 1 out. So it began as really looked like an efficient day for Brandon Cheney. Has kind of descended into fight some batters and have a couple of soft little bloopers go where no one is. Cheney delivers a strike right down the pike there for a 0-1 count. That ball was hit so softly that Oliver could not quite get there, and when Butler couldn't quite get there, and when Zach Oliver got there wasn't much you could do. Even a big Herculean effort was not going to get the runner. But a nice job by Douthit to stop it so it didn't get worse. That ball hit very sharply but foul, so it's 0-2. This has been the problem for Cheney, though, in this bottom of this first inning. Top of the first inning. He has fought these batters to 0-2 and 1-2 counts and just has not been able to get that last strike. So Bussell, the 7th batter of this top of the first, steps back in, and there still is only the 1 out. Long study here by Cheney. Bases loaded for the Sandites. That one hit right back at the pitcher. Studdard makes the play over to first and got him. That one bounced off Cheney's glove, went to Chandler Studdard. He's able to talk to Oliver, and they go to Douthit, and that is the double play that keeps it at 2-0. And that, my friends, is a win for right about now. We'll go to the bottom of the first with the Red Hawks hitting next here on the Union Sports Network.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Welcome back into the Union Sports Network. This is Union High School Baseball. Rick Corey with Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew, which when I say crew, we're talking a student and some volunteer dads. So somebody say thank you to some of the folks who have come to help make these things happen here on the Union Sports Network. So in that on the top of the first, it was a rough one for Union, but only a 2-0 score. And when I say only, Sand Springs had the bases loaded with 1 out, and the Redhawks got out of that with just 2 runs coming home. And I think at this point, that is a pretty good win for the Redhawks. Now, this team won last night 8-5 over Sand Springs. See if they can get those bats going again here tonight. A little cooler night here at the ballpark as we get this thing underway. Left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers. Leathers walks up and fist bumps Jaden Bussell. They must play a little baseball together during the offseason. All these kids know each other. There was a time when if you were Union and Jenks, you knew each other. Now, no matter where you are, you know each other. Because you're either playing this sport or another sport or in a spring league or a summer league or something. And that's, these guys all know each other. Many of them, of course, across schools, that kind of thing. Landon Joyce, the pitcher, lets go number 1, and that will be a ball. So it'll be 1-0. It's very unusual, or at least unusual, to have players who don't know each other. Pitch number 2 is down the pike, strike 1. We're at 1-1. Isaiah Butler on deck for the Redhawks, who trail 2-0. Joyce, quick worker, that one low, and it's 2-1. Joyce very quickly at 3-1 on the outside corner. Joyce to the plate, and he misses again, and so a quick walk for Aiden Leathers. Third baseman number 18, Isaiah Butler, will step in. Isaiah's had a good month when it comes to contact. He hasn't always had great results. He's had up and down times, but he has hit the ball pretty strong. Ashford Fowler, the fastest player, and the center fielder will be on deck as Union now has a runner. And when I say fast, Leathers can move too, and he's got a pretty good lead out there at first. Nobody out, 1 on. Oh, a pop-up, tried a bunt, and that one fortunately got behind Bussell. He could not get there, and that just becomes strike 1. Fowler, unfortunately, got way under that one. And now you got to understand, Landon Joyce, you can probably see it pretty well in the live stream. He's got velocity. There is pop on that baseball as it comes in, so that will not be an easy bunt. Zero and 1. Butler will turn to bunt again, and this time moves out of the way. The ball got away, and so Leathers down to second. Won't have to worry about trying to move him with the bunt. So that pitch not able to be dug out by Bussell. We will be at 1-1 now on Butler. And he will be able to swing away if that's what Coach Newkirk wants. Leathers with a good lead. Joyce to the plate. Scurrying to bunt was Butler and decided against it, and that's a strike. That one was middle of the plate. Not sure what Isaiah didn't like about it, but he didn't. So a 1-2 count. Joyce a little more steady with that runner at second. Outside corner misses, and it will be 2-2. Butler checking in with Coach Newkirk. Joyce now taking his time. 2-0 Sand Springs. 1 on, nobody out for Union. And now a 3-2 count to Butler. But Joyce has got velocity, but he is having a problem right now finding his spot. Three-two count. Butler waits. Now the umpire will say, nope, too much time. Butler's back. Umpire's ready. Here we go. Delivery. Outside. Butler gets a walk. So that is 2 hitters, 2 walks for Landon Joyce. Center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler, will step in, and very quickly Jaden Bussell will go out and have a conversation with Landon Joyce. So both pitchers, not exactly the start either one of them wanted. So here we go. I've got ourselves a really good baseball game going. Already 2-0 Sand Springs for the Red Hawks with no outs. Have 2 on base. And Asher Fowler at the plate. Nice pitch. That just got that outside corner and broke back in. That is strike 1. Fowler has arguably been, when we mentioned this, he and Leathers, the best 2 players on this team in the last month. And Fowler probably for the year, quite honestly, when it comes to consistency in his play in the outfield. Let's see if he can keep Landon Joyce on edge. And, once again, the umpire will call it. Joyce seems to be a little frustrated as he's taking way more time. As you saw when he started this thing, he was working quickly. Now with the 2 men on, although he's not really checking those 2 runners, he's just taking his time. Here's a quick glance at Leathers. Now to the plate and well on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. And anybody who's played understands the more you can frustrate a pitcher, the better it is. Joyce now seems to be really slowing his pace. Delivery, that was going to, got fouled off, and I think Asher's a little upset with himself on that one, 1-2. I think he realizes that might have been his pitch. Nobody out, 1-2. 2 on for the Red Hawks. They trail 2-0, but threatening here. Zach Oliver, the shortstop, the man in the on-deck circle. Good lead for Leathers. That one's going to be swung on and popped out into left field, and can he get there? He does. Wells made the catch, and that will not advance anybody. So a fly out for Asher Fowler and the first out for Union. Shortstop, number 3, Zach Oliver. That ball was tailing toward left field, the kind of the line there, but still enough room for Tatum Wells pretty easily, and no chance for Leathers to advance. See how Landon Joyce reacts now after the first out. Sometimes that'll settle him a little bit. Oliver, the right-hander, steps in. That was high, ball 1. Mentioned the cool nights. You have to think for Union, you really want your, you want your pitchers to stay warm. Someone's got to be over there massaging that shoulder. It's 58 degrees, so it's not like it's cold, but much colder than it has been. Swing and a pop-up, and that one is going to be handled, it looks, or tough to handle. Nope, play made by Caden Worthington at third base, and that is a second fly out. So the Red Hawks started with 2 on and nobody out, now 2 on and 2 out. DH number 15, Gavin Wilhelm. The last opportunity here for Union in the bottom of this first inning. A long first inning. We started this game right after 6, and it's 6:34, and we've not even played this full inning yet. And let's see if we can keep it going. Joyce's delivery, that's a strike. That fastball comes at you, and I mean, he puts some blistering pace on that thing. And 2, for the Red Hawks, first time around, you got to see the guy, kind of get a feel for where he is tonight. Because even if you've seen this pitcher in the past, and they really haven't, unless you've seen him in a different league or a different summer league or something, what they have that night is different. Foul back, and it's 1-2. Or pardon me, 0-2. So it does take a little bit. You got to get a real shot at it, a real look. Two outs, 2 on, and 2 strikes. There's also 2-0. Deuces are wild. 4 of those will beat, well, not much. That one's going to hit straight back up the middle, and that's going to fall in front. That's going to score a run. Well, no, it won't. Leathers is going to hold up. Thought that one was going to score a run as Wilhelm singles, but he hit it so hard that it got to Boston Kissy fast enough that he could make the throw. Right fielder number 6, Peyton Williams, will step in. Leathers has got speed, and when he hit third base, I thought he was going to make the turn and come home, but that ball was hit so sharply, Kissy got on it quickly, and so that's a good defensive play by Sand Springs. And now with 2 outs, the Red Hawks have the bases loaded. One more of those, though, will plate at least 1, and who knows. Williams takes a strike. Connor Douthit in the circle. And with these next 2 hitters being left-handers, that wind blowing out, and that American flag's blowing out at a pretty good pace, could be good for the Red Hawks. I don't think anybody in the booth would mind a grand slam. Delivery on the outside corner, excellent pitch, strike 2. Oof. So this is where we were just a minute ago, 0-2. And we are there again, but last time we got us a base hit from Gavin Wilhelm. Let's see if Peyton Williams can help. Williams waiting on Joyce, who's working a little more quickly now. That delivery is fouled back, and so we'll stay at 0-2. Williams steps back in. See if we can't get this thing, get at least one of these Red Hawks to the plate. Delivery. Swung on, and it's going to be popped into right center. Looks like that'll be a decently easy play, and it was for Boston Kissy, and that will end the inning. So despite the fact the Red Hawks were able to load the bases, not able to get anybody home. We'll go to the top of the second next with the Red Hawks trailing 2-0, and Sand Springs coming to bat here on the Union Sports Network.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at InkwellNation.com.
Welcome back to the Red Hawks Sports Network. This is the Union Sports Network on YouTube. First baseman number 18, Cale Knight, will start things off this inning for Sand Springs. Sandites lead 2-0 here as we begin the top of the second inning. First pitch from Brandon Chaney to the outside and got past Hubbard, but of course it didn't matter, and that's ball 1. First inning for the Red Hawks went fairly well early. Chaney then gave up a couple of hits, and that plated 2 for Sand Springs. Union was able to load the bases, but not able to get anyone home. So this is where we live. That pitch well on the inside for Cheney, ball 2. By the way, the next broadcast will be Friday on the Union Sports Network. That will be baseball against Collinsville. Join us for that one. 2-0. And Cheney delivers that one, hit sharply to Butler. He knocks it down. Isaiah picked it up, got it to Douthit, but unfortunately he pulled him off the base. It was a nice job of knocking it down, but Isaiah then threw it high, and that pulled Douthit off the base. Good job by Douthit of just getting to that baseball. Otherwise, that's at least 2, and it's a single for Cale Knight. Third baseman number 9, Caden Worthington. So this is the 9th batter for Sand Springs. So here in the second hitter, in the top of the second, they have hit around. Then Butler just could not quite get the glove under that one enough to make the initial play. Throw over by Cheney. Not quite in time. And you can imagine that Cale Knight, the first baseman, is not a giant threat to steal. As a matter of fact, his outside foot is barely to the cut. He doesn't have the world's best lead. Squared a bunt right there by Worthington, but that's a no-go. The umpire never made a call. That looked like a strike from here, but he did not make a call. We'll say that's ball 2. What do you think? Squares again, and this time it's fouled off. We'll make it 2-1. So 1 on, nobody out. And Worthington with a 2-1 count. Cheney, quick look over the shoulder. Just a peek. He'll make a throw again. Cheney's move is again a little bit slow, so he's not going to probably pick anybody off, but he can frustrate them enough to keep them close, and that's the point. You can see Worthington once again, or Knight, pardon me, his outside foot just at the edge of that cut, so he doesn't have the world's best lead. Delivery, squared a bunt again, this time a very good bunt. It's picked up, and it's bobbled and thrown into right field. There's an opportunity. This one may score, and coming around, but he's going to hold up was Knight. Worthington will end up all the way at second base, and that'll be a single with an error, and there'll be 2 on and nobody out here for Sand Springs. So we'll go back to the top of the lineup here. Shortstop number 8, Alex Dudley. Dudley has a single and a run scored already tonight. He's already back up here in the second inning. So Cheney, that was a good bunt, and Cheney had to run a long way to get it, but unfortunately just threw it over Douthit's head, trying to make the play. Second and third now for Sand Springs with no one out. That ball well inside. Dudley got out of the way, though, and that's ball 1. Cheney looks. That one hit right at Chandler Studdard. Chandler with the easy play. He bounced it, though, to Douthit. Douthit couldn't hold it, and that scores a run. So coming home to score is Knight, and that will be a hit for Dudley, or an error. I think we're going to probably count that one as an error, but Dudley, nonetheless, is on base. Center fielder number 2, Boston Kissy. Kissy struck out his first time up, and the Red Hawks have cost themselves on a 3-0 game right now. The ball was, the throw from Studdard was bounced, but it looked like it was probably handleable, but he just could not hold on to it. Came out of Douthit's glove. Ball in the outside corner for ball 1. And just a rough start here for Union. They won last night 8-5. Down 3-0 here, and we are only in the top of the second. Plus there is nobody out, and Sand Springs has 2 aboard. Throw over. Runner back pretty easily. Kissy and Bustle are the only two Sand Springs players who do not reach base the first time around in this lineup. There goes the runner to second, and the pitch is high enough and outside enough that there will be no throw, and so it'll be second and third now with nobody out for Sand Springs. 2-0 count. There is some movement down in the Union bullpen, as Cheney has not had the best of luck here in the first inning and a half. That one well outside, it's 3-0. Taking a look down to the bullpen, it looks to me like that is Luke Wood, who is loosening. Right now, really literally just kind of stretching the arm. Cheney's delivery, that one is a strike. So it'll be 3-1. As it gets a little cooler here at the ballpark. Some of these folks smart enough here to bring blankets. Actually, a lot of them brought blankets, didn't they? Delivery. He got the outside corner that time. 3-2. So nobody out but a 3-2 count, and 2 on for Sand Springs. They lead 3-0 already. Redhawks have hurt themselves with 3 errors here this afternoon or this evening already. That delivery is going to be high, and that's going to load the bases. A walk for Kissy. Left fielder number 16, Tatum Wells, walked last time up, and he will come out. Hold up in the action as coach will come out and have a conversation with Cheney. As Luke Wood is just really now starting to warm up, so he's nowhere near ready, but it's going to give him a little bit more time. And I think more than as much as anything right now, you just want to tell Cheney, focus on batters, and you want to tell everybody else, because the errors, quite honestly, have gone around to a little bit of everybody, is just be calm. Kind of forget where you are. But isn't that what coaches always say? You can be behind by 30 in football and it's next play. And as much as that sounds like coach speak, it's the only way you can ever approach this. Focus on next batter, next pitch, next play. Hard to do, I know, in certain situations, but it really is the only advice you can give. 3-0, Sand Springs here. As I was mentioning, baseball on Friday against Collinsville, and then baseball next Tuesday here on the Union Sports Network as well. The umpire is going to go out and break up the gab session. And we'll get this thing back underway. A little more time as Wood is now throwing in the Union bullpen. Oh, next week, pardon me, is Monday, baseball Monday. Monday versus Sapulpa, that's my fault. I will not be with you Friday. I will be on the way to College Station, Texas to watch the Savannah Bananas on Saturday at Kyle Field in front of 100,000 people. So stepping in with the bases loaded is Tatum Wells, who walked his first time up. Nobody out for Sand Springs, and they lead 3-0. Pitch well on the outside for ball 1. And I will be honest with you, I would rather be here with you on Friday. Don't care for the Savannah Bananas or about the Savannah Bananas, but I have a young one who is incredibly excited about this, so I will be there for them. Cheney delivers. That ball's hit right to Douthit. Douthit will go home. Good play there. There's the force, and you got one. Nice job over there by Connor Douthit, and no run scores, and that clears at least one off the books. Of course, we are still with bases loaded, but we'll lease the one out. Second baseman number 7, Sutton Cook. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. And it looks like maybe that, hey, calm one play at a time thing worked. There's a nice play over there by Douthit. That shot is going to go down to Butler. Butler fumbles it. Can he get it to first? He cannot. Oh, Isaiah Butler had a wonderful opportunity to turn the double play, and he just could not collect that baseball cleanly. And that will be the 4th error of the night for Union. DH number 12, Cashin McIntyre. And right now, if you're a Sand Springs player, you have to think all you have to do is hit it to the infield and you're going to be on. And that's not a shot at Union either. It's just some days that happens. Some days you go to the ballpark and you're lucky. Some days you go and you're not. Nice pitch on the outside corner for strike one right there for Cheney. And you got to think Cheney's got to feel a little snake bit himself. And, certainly Isaiah Butler didn't want to not grab that baseball. No one's trying to make errors. It just sometimes happens. One out. That went into the outside, and we're at 1-1. And everywhere you look on the base paths, there is a Sand Springs runner. McIntyre singled his first time up. Hit it sharply between short and second. Miss on the outside there, and it's 2-1. That action continues in the bullpen for Union as Luke Wood continues throwing. Cheney, well to the outside, and it's 3-1. Cheney's had to throw a lot of pitches in just these first 2 innings. So it would not be surprising if he was already starting to wear out just a little bit. And that's well to the outside, and that's going to be a walk, and that will bring home a run. So it's 5-0 Sand Springs without having to raise the bat. Pitcher number 1, Landon Joyce, singled his first time up and has an RBI to his credit. He will step in with the bases still loaded and 1 out. And the Sandites up 5-0. Big deep side by Cheney in delivery. It's a strike. Joyce kind of took a wave at that one, but it was a bit half-hearted. And it's 0-1. Delivery is, he's going to look like that one. That curveball just did not have enough curve on it. It looked like for a second he might catch that corner. Not quite, though, and it's 1-1. I really expected that ball to break a little bit more. I think obviously so did Cheney. Delivery? That one did. But it was a little high, apparently, according to the umpire, and that will be 3-1. That would look good from up here, but up here doesn't matter, does it? Three and 1 count, 1 out. Need a strike here. And that is going to be high. Pardon me, that's going to make the 3-1 count. And unfortunately for Cheney, he is on the hook again for another run if he throws anything other than a strike. Only 5 hits here for Sand Springs, but with 4 errors for Union and walks, it has been tough. That is a base hit straight up the middle. It is collected easily by Fowler, but it will still plate the run. Landon Joyce has a single, and it is now 5-0 Sand Springs. So we will have a change in the pitching staff now, as coach is on his way out, and I do believe Luke Wood will make his way in. So not the start you were looking for here for Union. They won this game last night against Sand Springs at Sand Springs 8-5, but just a tough start for Brandon Cheney. He started this game really well, actually, but Union errors and some walks, a hit by a pitch, and it is really kind of falling apart. Wood trots in, and he'll have an opportunity to warm up. We'll step away just for a moment here and be back in just a minute on the Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey with the crew, Andy Irwin and all the folks, as it is Sand Springs leading Union on a tough night for the Red Hawks already. Union with 4 errors here and a change in pitchers as Brandon Cheney, who started the game, will have a seat. Luke Wood is going to be on. Catcher number 13, Jason Bussell, will step in. He grounded out his last time up. Union trailing only 2-0 at the end of the first, but it has been a difficult second inning here for the Red Hawks. Having some scoreboard issues too, so we'll keep that here for you. Luke Wood now on the mound. Luke, first delivery. Just off the outside corner, and that'll be a ball. Wood had a pretty good amount of time to warm up, and there is more action in the Union bullpen now too, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Wood's delivery is hit sharply, but it's fouled down the third base line, and we will be at 1-1. I see Coach Joe Redmond in the crowd, making his way up. Wood, with the wind blowing out and bases loaded, has to keep his focus here. And Luke delivers. That one's going to be hit, and that's going to fall in front of the left fielder, Leathers. That will score 1, and the Sandites increase their lead. A single for Jaden Bussell. So it is 6-0. Well, 7-0 now. Pardon me, 6-0. And we are in the top of the second. This has not been the greatest night for the Red Hawks. First baseman, number 18, Cale Knight, will step in. Bases loaded, 1 out here. And the bases remain loaded. I think I mentioned that. Knight had a run scored and had a single his first time up. He takes a strike there. Zero and 1. Knight's another one of these bigger guys for Sand Springs. He looks the part. Outside corner, that's a nice stop right there by Caden Hubbard, and we're at 1-1. It is 7-0 Sand Springs. And they ask about the go around there, and they say yes. So it's 1-2. Bases loaded with just 1 out. And a 7-0 Sand Springs lead. Luke Wood's got a 1-2 count here. And he strikes him out. So a K for Cale Knight. He'll have a seat. And 2 outs now. The Redhawks looking to get out of this inning. Third baseman number 9, Caden Worthington. Worthington had a single his last time up. And he's got an opportunity to extend this lead if he keeps things going. So Luke Wood has given up a single and then a strikeout. He got the outside corner there, strike 1. Wood on the outside corner missed that time, though, and we're tied at even, or we're at 1-1, pardon me. Bases remain loaded for Sand Springs, as it appears they kind of feels like it. They've been that way this entire half inning, doesn't it? It didn't take long. 5 errors for the Redhawks tonight. At delivery, swing and a miss, and will be strike 2. So Luke Wood is just 1 strike away from ending this, what seemed like endless, top of the second. Wood, and he's on the outside there, and that's a ball. So 2-2 with 2 outs, and the bases loaded. And Worthington steps back in. Had a very soft little bloop almost that went for a base hit. That one he hits toward Butler. Butler picks it up, tags the base, and that's going to do it. So a ground out for Worthington, and finally that half inning comes to an end. But it was a tough half inning as Sand Springs will go to the bottom of the second. They'll go play defense with Union trailing now 7-0.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
We're back here on the Union Sports Network. Rick Corey along with Andy Irwin and the crew. Well, that enormously long top of the second is now over. And the Redhawks will come to bat after giving up 5 runs in that second inning. Just a tough evening right now for the Redhawks. But you know what? A lot of game left to play if you do it the right way. We'll see what happens here. Landon Joyce got a little shaken himself in that first inning. First baseman number 26, Connor Douthit, will step in for the Redhawks, and with the wind blowing out, his kind of night, especially for a guy who hits left-handed. Union did not score in that first inning, but they worried Joyce. That delivery high for ball 1. And that one bounces off the turf. That'll be ball 2. Mentioned it rained here today, but this is artificial turf, and it handles that so well. Not even any moist spots, it looks like now, out there in that turf. So a nice night here at the park, even though it is a little bit chilly, especially with that northish wind. Delivery got the corner that time, and it's 2-1. Joyce works very quickly when no one's on base. He becomes a lot more studied when there's a runner. Swinging a foul back by Douthit. I think that one stung the fingers a little bit. He adjusts that glove, and we're at 2-2. Wind's also blowing absolutely the wrong way to be able to smell that charcoal. But the people over at the academy can probably smell it as they're walking in the front door. 2-2 delivery. That's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Connor Douthit. Douthit will have a seat. Catcher number 17, Caden Hubbard, next up for Union. Well, I mean, you talk about the trees filling in what, a month? You can't see even a piece of a building or anything else around here. Talk about a green belt. It is so green, there was a large egret circling the field a moment ago. Pitch number 1 is going to be low for a ball. Just waiting for that egret to either come in and land or get whacked by a sharp hit off a bat. Stranger things have happened. Delivery by Joyce, got the outside corner. That's a terrific pitch, a strike. Probably a little off the outside corner, but still a nice pitch. That young man's got a little volume, or pardon me, a little pace. That ball's going to be fouled back to the right side, and I think that's going to go well out of play, and it will. It'll be 1-2. So once again, very quick work here by Joyce, as he already has the one out. 7-0 Sand Springs. Only 6 hits for the Gas, but Union has committed 5 errors. Joyce brings it. Yeah, they call that on the outside corner, and I got to tell you, that was not on the outside corner. That was outside the outside corner. But when it's rolling your way, it's rolling your way, and they're going to call that a strike. Second baseman number 8, Chandler Studdard. He is the last hope this half inning for the Red Hawks, who go down 1-2. And if you're the umpire's family, I apologize, but that was just a bad call. Joyce delivers. That's a strike. You can see Joyce, much as you could see him being shaken a little in that first inning, you can see the confidence growing now in this second. Delivers again quickly and again got the outside corner, and that was a good pitch, and that's strike 2. When it rains, it pours, and right now it's pouring on Union. 0-2, 2 outs. That one's fouled back off the right side. That's going to go past the indoor portion over there. And Studdard remains alive. Aiden Leathers, the number 1 hitter on deck, pardon me, for the Red Hawks. Joyce delivers. That one just fouled. We will remain at 0-2. Good job of Studdard just hanging in there. And, you know, right now with a little bit of extra plate being given to Joyce, you do have to protect it, and he did. That one's going to be outside. Joyce thought he had that one for a second, and it broke, but it broke high and outside, and it's 1-2. They may be a little bit lenient on the strike zone, but not that lenient. That delivery fouled off. We'll stay at 1-2. A little bit of a check swing by Studdard, and he just pulled back and it came off the handle. (7-10), and we're not even out of the second inning yet here, and it is a 7-0 Sand Springs lead, and that one is well high for a 2-2 count. Senior night here at Union. We'll recognize those 5 seniors when this game is over here in the ballpark. Joyce, that one got away, and it's 3-2. Isaiah Butler's getting his workout, just running back and forth, getting baseballs that go to the fence. Studdard making him work, steps back in, 2 out here, and a 3-2 count. And a swing and a miss, and that is 3 up, 3 down, and all 3 of them are strikeouts. So we will go to the top of the 3rd inning. Sand Springs up 7-0, and they will bat again next here on the Union Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Union Sports Network. Union trailing 7-0, and Sand Springs coming to bat here as we get to the top of the third inning. I'm Rick Corey along with the Union Sports Network crew. That's Andy Irwin and the guys. Shortstop number 8, Alex Dudley, steps in for his third opportunity at bat here on a tough night for the Red Hawks. Luke Wood on the mound now. That'll be high for ball 1. Brandon Cheney started the game and had a really pretty decent start, but then things kind of went south for Union. 5 errors will do that. Wood, second delivery, is out of the zone. That's ball 2. Luke Wood working pretty quickly here on senior night. That one's going to be hit right at the shortstop. Oliver makes that pickup and throws it. Douthit could not collect it. It goes past him. Going all the way to second is Dudley. Now Dudley's going to get all the way to third. The throw is too high, and Dudley's going to come home. Alex Dudley will score on a throw that couldn't be collected at first, and then a throw that was not a good one to third. And it is now 8-0 Sand Springs. My goodness, that was not what you're after. Center fielder number 2, Boston Kissy. Kissy walked last time up, so he has a strikeout and a walk here in what is now an 8-0 game. Pitch low, that's ball 1. Very, very, very tough night for you. Luke Wood. That one's going to be hit very high in the air. First baseman Douthit under it. He makes the play. And that'll be a fly out for Boston Kissy. Good job by Douthit to stay calm on that one. Studdard was closing in on it as 2, but Douthit called him off. Left fielder number 16, Tatum Wells. An 8-0 lead here for Sand Springs. 1 out, though, for the Sandites, and nobody on base as Wood delivers outside for ball 1. A walk and a ground out for Wells. He takes strike 1. It's 1-1. Wells is the only. Well, no, Wells has actually been on base. He has not had a hit. There's a shot down to Douthit. Makes the pickup, and he is there, and that is out number 2. So good job by Douthit. He's got a couple of putouts here in this inning. Second baseman number 7, Sutton Cook, will step in. Cook has been hit by a pitch and has a single. So the Red Hawks trail 8-0 as they gave up a 2-error inside the Parker, I guess is the only way I'd put it, and hit by a pitch once again as Wells. That's his, or Cook. That's the second time tonight he's been hit by a pitch, and he will be on base. DH number 12, Cashin McIntyre. Next man up, he has a walk and a single. And Sand Springs with an 8-0 lead has a runner on with 2 outs. Wood delivers to the outside, ball 1. A little bit of a look over by Wood, but not much of a lead over there for Cook. And that delivery is going to be hit up into the air. Should be a pretty easy play, and it is for Leathers. And Fowler was dangerously close, but you can see Leathers had made that call. He makes the catch and the fly out for McIntyre, and that will end the inning. It is, though, 8-0 Sand Springs, and we will go to the bottom of the third next here on the Union Sports Network.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
Welcome back to the Union Sports Network and what has been a difficult night for the Red Hawks, trailing 8-0 here to Sand Springs as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Rick Corey here along with the Union Sports Network crew, Andy Irwin and the guys. Left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers, will step in. Aiden has a walk to his credit tonight. Red Hawks just trying to hang in there. Now they led 8-0 late against Sand Springs last night and ended up in an 8-5 game, so trust me, it's possible. Delivery from Landon Joyce down the middle, and that's strike 1. Can't be easy for Coach Sean Newkirk to watch when his team has committed 7 errors. That one's low, ball 1, ball 1-1. As I said earlier, though, none of these players are out to commit errors. Sometimes it just starts, and then it's almost like the flu. It's just catching. That ball hit into the air, into left field, and is there enough room? There is. Tatum Wells makes the catch, and that will put Aiden Leathers on the bench. Third baseman, number 18, Isaiah Butler, will step in now. He walked his first time up as well. And you can tell by the way Leathers is walking back, it's just one of those nights. Cold, damp weather, just not going your way. Isaiah settles in. He swings and fouls that one back. That's going to go over into the creek. Actually, that one may have gone over into the cars. If you're parked further down by the creek, listen for the crash. 0-1 with 1 out. Joyce, that one again will be fouled off almost in exactly the same place. And that one's going to stay actually inside the bullpen, and it'll be 0-2. The number of foul balls that have gone actually into the creeks, either right side or left side, someone's going to have to go out and buy some baseballs. That delivery well out of the zone, 1-2. Considering the way things work about now, if you ordered now, you might be able to get them here from Amazon before we're done. 1-2 count, and that one again will be fouled off. And once again, it's going to go over. Well, that didn't go quite into the bullpen. It's going to be just outside the bullpen. So if anybody is outside the fence over there, would you make a trip over and grab that baseball? 1-2 count with 1 out. Red Hawks down 8-0 here in the bottom of the third. And yes, you heard me right, bottom of the third, and that's a strike, and that will put Butler down. Center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler. It is 7:21, and we are just in the third inning. And here's the thing, we started at 6. This has been somewhat of a drawn-out baseball game thus far. 2 outs now for the Red Hawks. Joyce delivers a hard strike on that outside corner, 0-1. Fowler flew out his first time up. Zach Oliver also flew out. He's on deck. That one's going to be hit at the shortstop. It is picked up. Throw to first. Not in time. Fowler beat it. Asher Fowler with the single. And Alex Dudley picked it up cleanly at short, but he hesitated just enough, and you cannot hesitate with Asher Fowler. He legged it out. Shortstop, number 3, Zach Oliver. I think Dudley kind of considered that maybe someone up here in the press box was running. You just don't have that kind of time with Asher Fowler, and he just proved it. So 2 outs, but 1 on now for Union. Oliver swings and misses, strike 1. Gavin Wilhelm, who singled, is the man now on deck for Union, the DH. Quick throw over, and that ball dropped by Knight, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Fowler was back. Wind continues to blow out pretty steadily and stiffly here to center field. That ball will be a ball, and that looked like a decent pitch from up here, but I think got down a little bit early in the dirt, and we're 1-1. 2 outs for Union, but with a player on. Fowler at first. Joyce delivers, fouled back. 1-2. Earlier when Union, in that first inning, when the Union Redhawks were only down 2-0 and had runners on, Joyce seemed to get a little distracted. He has not been the last couple of innings. The ball's well outside, and it's 2-2. Seems to be a little bit more focused now. 8-0 lead will do that for you. Landon Joyce delivers. That one's popped up. Can anybody get there, though, and will it go foul? It will go foul, but that is enough room for Gage Gunn. He makes the play, and that will end the inning. So Oliver will have a seat, and we will go to the 4th inning with Sand Springs up 8-0, and the Sandites coming to bat here on the Union Sports Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's a 58-degree night here at the ballpark. Union trailing 8-0 to Sand Springs. I'm Rick Corey here on the Union Sports Network along with Andy Irwin and the crew. It's been a difficult night for the Redhawks, as we've mentioned a couple of times. 7 errors here. Luke Wood has settled them a little bit out there in the pitching mound, as Brandon Chaney had a decent start, but then it has not been good since that point. Not only did he have a little trouble himself, but as we mentioned with those errors, that became a big part of the problem. Pitcher number 1, Landon Joyce, will be the first batter up for Sand Springs. He singled and had a run scored, or had an RBI, and then singled again. So he is 2 for 2 here as he steps in to help his own cause, already leading 8-0. Sun breaks out here at the ballpark, as I mentioned, 58 degrees. And a pretty stiff wind, so that fun sun, if you're in that sun over there in those bleachers near first base, probably feel pretty good. Ball 1 there from Wood. That is going to be hit toward left field. Can Leathers get back? He cannot. It's over his head. And Joyce will be into at least second with a double. Now, the ball was hit very sharply, and I don't think there's any question Leathers had to probably have a hard time picking it up. It was hit directly in the sun. Catcher number 13, Jaden Bustle. Bustle represents the run rule. An 8-0 lead for Sand Springs and a player on. You're looking at the guy at the plate to get in this game. He'd have to hit it solidly, but the wind is blowing out. And that's a pitch on the outside corner for strike, and it'll be strike one to Bustle. There's a ground out and a single here. A tall drink of water. Pretty good lead out there by Joyce, and he can run too. That ball is hit to center field. Fowler is back on it, makes the play. Joyce will not make the run. And so that is one out for Sand Springs. First baseman number 18, Cale Knight, is the next man up. And I kid you not, that sun broke out right before the ball was hit toward Aiden Leathers. And he's holding the glove up right now, just trying to shield his eyes. You can see it there on our picture. Because that ball is, or that sun is directly in his face. One out now, and one on for Sand Springs. Wood delivers a strike, a swing and a miss there by Knight. Caden Worthington, who has a single and a ground out, is the man on base, or pardon me, on deck for Sand Springs. Knight with a single, a run scored, and a strikeout. Outside, we're 1-1. Yeah, that sun started to be covered again by the clouds, which I'm sure Aiden Leathers is going to be happy with. Wood looks quickly, delivers, and that's fouled down. And it'll be 1-2. Tough night to have senior night. Check by Wood, and here we go. That one's going to be hit high in the air. Opportunity over there for Butler, and he can't make the play. Ball bounces away from Butler at the end, and so that'll be a single for Knight. That ball was moving a great deal as it flew, and it was hit very high, and then Butler just could not get to it. Third baseman number 9, Caden Worthington, will step in. One out, two on for Sand Springs in an 8-0 game. We are in the top of the fourth. You know, it's got to be a little frustrating for Wood, but that was not an easy play over there either for Butler. That ball's going to be hit solidly, and that's going to score at least one, and it might end the game. Nope, I don't think so. Good play over there in center field, but it will score one as Worthington has a double. And it is now 9-0 Sand Springs. When I say end the game, Union would get the bat, but it would become close. Back to the top of the lineup, shortstop, number 8, Alex Dudley. So Union would get the bat in the bottom of the inning with an opportunity to continue things, but that 10 would look awfully, awfully difficult. And that one's going to be a base hit. That's going to go over the head of the second baseman and fall between the right fielder and left fielder. Battle played another run, and it's now 10-0 Sand Springs. So second and third now for the Sandites with one out, and the inning will continue. Center fielder number 2, Boston Kissy. His fourth at bat tonight with a strikeout, a walk, and a flyout. That ball, when it was first hit, looked like it was going to go just over Studdard's head, but it fell between the right fielder and left fielder, between Williams and Fowler. as now Luke Wood is getting hit pretty solidly. That one will be fouled back on the left field side. That's going to stay in the yard, though, and it'll be strike one. It's up on the net on top of the bullpen. Speaking of bullpen, there are a couple of pitchers up for Union. A couple of arms, anyway. Lee Gonzalez happens to be one of those. Can't quite catch the other number. Bullpen's not easy to see from where we're sitting. Zero and one as Luke Wood with two on. Will focus. That'll be another foul back, and it's 0 and 2. 2 men on, 1 out, but he's got a 0-2 count now on Boston Kissy. Wood ignoring those base runners and focus. That's going to be high, and it'll be 1 and 2. Yeah, there are several people up down in the bullpen, but it does look like Gonzalez is the only one actually throwing at this point. Wood's delivery is well outside. Nice job right there by Hubbard to keep that from going to the screen. That would have scored another one, and it's 2 and 2. Kissy now with a 3-2 count, and we could have the bases loaded here with 1 out in a moment, or we could be a little closer to ending this inning or half inning. Would have had a 0-2 count to start. We're now at 3-2. Pitch got the inside corner, and that's that. Kissy will have his second strikeout of the night, and he'll go have a seat. Left fielder number 16, Tatum Wells, will be the next man up for Sand Springs. So we remain second and third for the Sandites with a 10-0 lead. 8 errors showing on Union. Oof. Luke Wood trying to just end this half inning. We are in the top of the 4th. Swing will be a foul back over the left field or left third base, if you will. I think that one cracked into something over there in that parking lot. Heard a couple of oohs from the crowd. Oh well, if you're parked over there, call your insurance agent. Wood delivering quickly. That one hit right back at him. It's going to be off his glove. Oliver makes the pickup, and he makes the throw and the out. Nice job by Zach Oliver to complete that play. So it is 10-0 Sand Springs, and the Redhawks need to score to continue this game. We'll see if they can in the bottom of the 4th next here on the Union Sports Network.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. A premier sponsor of the Union Redhawks.
We're back here on the Union Sports Network. Going to the bottom of the 4th, Union trailing 10-0. DH number 15, Gavin Wilhelm, stepping in for Union. He has the only official hit of the night. So right now, a 1-hitter for Landon Joyce, although all of us up here in the press box do believe that Asher Fowler has a single that was actually considered a reach by error earlier. None of us agree. Delivery outside, ball 1. But hey, we don't have to agree, do we? Joyce. That one's a strike, and we're at 1-1. Landon Joyce, as I said, officially a one-hitter as of right now. That one will be outside, and that'll be ball 2. Andy says behind me he believes no matter what we'll play 5 innings, so we'll hang around and see. That's on the outside corner, and that'll be ball 2. Or 3, pardon me. Joyce waits, delivers a strike, and Wilhelm looks, yeah, he didn't argue, and we will stand at 3-2. That delivery well to the outside, and Wilhelm will walk. Right fielder number 6, Peyton Williams. A fly out, to his credit, is next up. Joyce looks a little disappointed himself. I think he was just trying to get this inning in the books quickly as he did last inning, but it will not happen. Second at bat for Williams. Strike. That ball well placed and nice and low and just away, and a little bit of spin on it. Connor Douthit in the batter's box, or pardon me, in the on deck circle, pardon me. A reach there by Williams will foul it back, and it's 0-2. Once again over in the parking lot. I think that one got a card too. You've got several people over there behind third base turning around with that ooh look on their face. So you parked over there, sorry. Of course, if you're watching at home, you're parked at home, so you don't care. Landon Joyce with an 0-2 count and nobody out with one on. We'll step off for a moment. Ready to go again. That one is swung on, and again it's going to be fouled back, and again toward the cars. And we will stay at 0-2. I believe we have seen more balls fouled into the creeks, parking lots, and other places tonight than any game we have been with you at this season. Both these pitchers, well, all these pitchers have been made to work for it. Outside corner, they called it a strike, and they're going to sit him down. Peyton Williams will strike out, but oof, that had a lot of break on it, but it would have had to have a ton to get back in. They'll call it, though, a strikeout. First baseman, number 26, Connor Douthit. Next man up. Connor will take ball 1. Only one out here and one runner on for Union. They trail 10-0 though here in this bottom of the 4th. Joyce's delivery swung on and missed. 1-1. Connor took pretty good heave at that one. Sun pops back out at least briefly here. Joyce, quick move over to first, but back was Williams. Or pardon me, Gavin Wilhelm. Gavin walked to start this inning. Peyton Williams then strikes out. Outside corner strike. It'll be 1-2. That was a good pitch by Landon Joyce. Still 58 degrees here with that north wind at the park, although it does start to feel a little cooler. Delivery by Joyce, swung on and missed. And having a seat will be Connor Douthit. Catcher number 17, Caden Hubbard, is the last chance for the Red Hawks in this bottom of the 4th. Have a pinch hitter on deck. That is Brock Lamy. Brock had a shoulder injury a couple of games ago and has been he's played a little more sparingly. Wilhelm's lead at first, not great. Got the insider, his outside foot just on that cut. Now he moves out. Swing and a miss right there by Hubbard. And Joyce has certainly found himself in the last inning and a half. Really rattled him, it seemed, in that first inning, but he has settled down a great deal. Joyce's delivery that time outside and low, and it'll be 1-1. I think he over-delivered that one. Only one hit officially against Joyce and 6 Ks. 1-1 count with 2 outs. One too far to the inside, and it'll be 2-1. I mentioned Wilhelm's lead is not great, but he is getting a pretty good hop as soon as that ball is out of the hand of the pitcher. That one hit sharply to the shortstop, but he can't make the play. Knocks it down. Did he get there in time? No, and it gets by the first baseman. Excellent job, though, by the right fielder to be there. Oh, my. Gage Gunn saved a base right there. Shortstop Alex Dudley got there, but not quite able to haul it in before he could make a decent throw. Knight let it get by, but Gunn with a tremendous, tremendous play out there. Pinch hitter number 10, Brock Lamy. So the note being made by the umpire, and Lamy will step in. 2 outs, but 2 on for Union. Lamy will see if he can help the Red Hawk cause. That one high for ball 1. Really we were awfully close to having for at least first and third right there, if not for an excellent defensive play by Sand Springs. Quick look. Lamy swings and misses. We're 1-1. Joyce is bringing the heat. He's certainly not shying off of throwing it down the pike when he has to. 2 outs, 2 on. And another Red Hawk up throwing in the bullpen. That is Garrett Taylor. And that's going to be a ball. It's going to be 2-1. And there's some Sand Springs fans sitting just outside the press box, as you could hear, as they tried to make the call. But much like us in here, the umpire doesn't care what they think, and it's 2-1. Oh, a swing there and a miss, and then we're at 2-2. That ball was well outside, but I can see why Lamy made the swing. It broke quite a bit there in the last, 15 feet. A good action on that ball by Joyce, who's been really good tonight outside that. Really, like a couple of hitters in the first inning that kind of frustrated him, you could see, and since that time he's settled. Two and two count, 2 outs. Delivery swung and a miss. He'll have a seat, and that'll be that, and that'll do it for the Red Hawks. So we will play another inning, at least that's the rule, even though Union is down 10-0. We'll come back with Union coming to the bat next, or pardon me, with Sand Springs coming to bat next here in the Union Sports Network.
Hey, Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
We're back here at the Union Baseball Complex. Rick Corey with the Union Sports Network crew. That's Andy Irwin, the dads and students and all the folks who make this thing run. 10-0 Union trails here to Sand Springs, and a third Union pitcher will be on the mound. Garrett Taylor will come in on a tough night for the Red Hawks, but hoping to bounce back. Second baseman number 7, Sutton Cook, has been up 3 times and on 3 times, hit by a pitch twice, and he has singled once. But it has been that kind of night for Sand Springs. They have gotten on in every fashion possible. Taylor, a little high for ball 1. And, you know, I feel a little bad for the outfielders, too. It has been a really odd night when it comes to light. And I know it's going to sound funny. You start with sun, but clouds. Delivery outside ball 2. Oh, pardon me, they're going to call that a strike, 1-1. And then the sun pops out, and it makes it very difficult to see. And then there's partial sun and clouds, and now there's clouds plus the lights are on. It's got to be tough to follow that baseball out there. Taylor hit him again. Are you kidding me? Sutton Cook has been hit by pitch 3 times tonight, and he will take first base. DH number 12, Cashin McIntyre. Taylor's got to feel like a pincushion by now, or Cook has to feel like a pincushion by now. And the umpire's going to go out and say a little something. I think that's just because Caden Hubbard went out there. Oh, man. If there's a hot tub player of the game, it might be Sutton Cook. I mean, nobody was throwing at him. It just, pitch got away. So 1 on and nobody out for Sand Springs. Cook with a good lead. And Garrett Taylor, that one's going to be a base hit. That is hit right between first and second base. Cook will hold up, though, at second, and there will be 2 people on for Sand Springs. Pitcher number 1, Landon Joyce, will step in. Joyce has a single. Pardon me, he has 2 singles and a double. So he has been up 3 times and on 3 times. Got a couple of RBIs to his credit as well. And he's pitched himself a terrific game, so he's had a really good one all the way around. Taylor delivers a strike. 0-1. Feel it getting a little cooler here at the park. That wind continues to blow. That flag mostly out to the almost directly north now. West-northwest, I guess you'd say. Taylor. Ooh, that one looked like it was really good from up here, but the umpire says that's a ball, so we'll be at 1-1. Two men on, no one out for Sand Springs. We are in the top of the 5th. That one hit straight back up the middle, and that is a base hit, and we will have the bases loaded. The throw home cut off by Dalford, and a good job, honestly, by Dalford. Make sure that ball didn't get away from anybody. So Joyce is 4 for 4 on the day. And if you're a pitcher, that's how you help your own cause. Catcher number 13, Jaden Bussell. Bussell has a fly out, a ground out, and a single. But how about if you look at McIntyre and Joyce, you're looking at the 5-6 hitters are 8 for 8 for Sand Springs. And I don't care who you are, that's a good day if you're a baseball team. Bustle held up, and they say he went, so that'll be strike one. That's 2 calls down to first base on check swings. Both have been called strikes. "11 hits for the Sandites tonight. Taylor, a little high, ball 1. So it'll be 1-1. That one looked awfully good, but again, we don't make those calls. Bases loaded, no one out, and that has happened a few times tonight for Sand Springs. Taylor delivers a strike on the outside corner. 1-2. I think Bustle might have disagreed with that, but looks like a nice pitch. Delivery is fouled back to the right, and that one's going to go over the concession stand. And it will be 1-2. It'll stay right there. You see young people there. Nice job by Andy and the crew as the kids are chasing the baseballs. Outside setup, and that'll be a ball. It'll be 2-2. Got to be careful here with the bases loaded. Walking home a run, of course, down 10-0. Makes it that much harder. Garrett Taylor, 3rd pitcher of the night for Union. Well on the outside, and we are at 3-2. Game is right at 2 hours old, and we are just now in the 5th inning. Taylor's delivery is fouled back. That one's going to go over near one of the inside facilities and bounce off the roof. So we will remain a full count. Quiet here at the ballpark, isn't it? I mean, there's a good crowd here, but it's awfully quiet. That ball is going to be popped out directly behind us, and another foul. Foul ball, pardon me. They're making Taylor work for this. And that delivery almost hit him, but it will walk home a run. A walk for Bustle, and it's 11-0. First baseman number 18, Cale Knight. He has a single with a run scored, a strikeout, and another single here tonight as he comes up for the 4th time. Nobody out, bases continue to be loaded for Sand Springs, and they lead 11-0. Taylor delivers. That ball is popped way up in the air. See if Hubbard can get there. Not quite. It's going to go, and that went just behind the screen. So if you ever believe you're completely safe setting just about a 1.5 feet behind the screen, just prove that's not true. Didn't hit anybody, but it came close, and that is strike 1. Delivery, outside ball 1. It'll be even at 1-1. A couple of people, and kind of brave folks out there in shorts tonight. We've got a heater in here. That ball hit right at the middle. That's going to be a nice scoop over to Studdard for 2. Nope, couldn't get him. They got 1. So Cale Knight will get 1 home, and it's 12-0 Sand Springs, but that is out number 1. As Oliver was able to get it to Studdard, got it to Oliver quickly, but couldn't get the 2. Third baseman number 9, Caden Worthington. So 1st and 3rd now with 1 out for Sand Springs in a 12-0 game. Worthington with a single, a double, and a ground out takes strike 1. You have to know on a night when there have been so many errors by Union, just completing what is a fairly simple play like that, it's got to be good for you. I mean, you just got to feel like, all right, back in the move a little bit or in the groove a little bit. Mentally good for this baseball team. Taylor well outside for ball one. As we mentioned last time we were with you on the broadcast, they've really played pretty solid baseball the last couple of weeks. This is kind of the one-off. And you know what, the district's coming up, get this one on the books and kind of out of the way and say to yourself, okay, we've had our bad game. And then move forward. Taylor steps off. This Knight's not going to have a big lead. He will now retake that lead. The outside foot's just on the cut, so he's not far away. That one's going to be hit in the air, and that might be playable, and it looks like it will be. And right fielder Peyton Williams makes that play. Sand Springs is going to come to the plate, and the throw's in time, and they got him. Nice job by Peyton Williams. Good job by Caden Hubbard, and that'll clear the bases and end the inning. So the Redhawks give up a couple. They trail 12-0, and they'll have at least one more opportunity coming up in the bottom of the fifth here on the Union Sports Network. So we'll get this thing underway in the bottom of the fifth on the Union Baseball Network with the Redhawks trailing 12-0. Second baseman, left fielder number 1, Aiden Leathers, will step in. His third time at bat. He has a walk and a flyout. 12-0. So as we have done the math amongst all of us collectively here in the press box and gone through all the rules, Union, if they score 3 runs, will continue playing baseball. If not, this game will be over. Landon Joyce has given up just the one official base hit tonight. Actually, 2 base hits tonight. But he starts with balls. Ball 2. 2 and 0. As Leathers will step back in. Another pitch to the outside. Joyce, who is working quickly again, has got a 3-0 count. And he got the outside corner. Looked like that was going to be a walk. Instead, it's the outside corner, and we're at 3-1. So Leathers will have to keep that bat on his shoulder up, and he does right there. Aiden Leathers gets a walk, and a man is on base for Union. Third baseman, number 18, Isaiah Butler. Isaiah with a walk and a strikeout tonight will step in. 12-0, Sand Springs, bottom of the fifth. Joyce to the outside, and again, that's going to be ball 1. And you saw Leathers scramble like he was going to take off and steal second. And earlier when he was on, Butler tried several times to bunt, and he was just never successful. He did not square that time, making you think maybe they want to let Isaiah swing away. There's a quick confab on the mound. And I think more than anything, Landon Joyce was probably, looked like he was just trying to hurry to get this half inning over and end this game. I think more than anything, Jaden Bussell just went out to tell him, calm down, deliver the pitch, let us play behind you. 1-0 count, 1 on for Union and nobody out. Got the corner that time, 1-1. And you know, you can really understand too, pitcher may be being a little impatient wanting this thing over. Not a huge lead over there by Leathers. That ball on the outside, and it's going to be ball 2. And you can see Joyce there frustrated as he slapped at the baseball with his glove. 2-1 count. That one's going to be fouled off. It'll be about 15 feet off the left field line over there. And it will be 2-1. Pardon me, 2-2. Counts 2-2. No one out. And a runner on. That will be fouled over into the cars again. As more crunching. And more pitches. Butler making him work right here. And when they frustrated him earlier, that's exactly how. But that time he swung and he missed, and Isaiah Butler will have a seat. Center fielder number 11, Asher Fowler, will step in. Asher legged out a base hit last time up, but they called it a on by error, even though I think everybody up here agrees it wasn't. Either way, he's been on base once tonight, and that has been a rarity for the Redhawks. 1 out, 1 on. Fowler swings and misses. A nice pitch down the middle and had some velocity on it right there by Joyce. And you know what Joyce wants is a double play to end this thing, but you got Asher Fowler and Aiden Leathers combined. That's going to be tough. Foul ball will go off to the third base side, and it is 0-2. Asher a little disappointed with himself right there. Zach Oliver is in the circle to bat next. It is senior night. We will recognize these seniors here in the ballpark after this game. Joyce outside, 1-2. Bussell has not let anything get by him tonight or this afternoon. He's played very well behind the plate. One and two count as Joyce sets. And outside corner again, 2-2. Good patience right there by Fowler. The umpire has sometimes given that outside corner, and so it took a little guts to take that one. Outfield straightaway, infield normal depth, way outside, and we have a full count. And Joyce noticeably upset with himself there. He might have an opportunity to get inside his head a little bit here. Asher can do something with this. Here comes, and that one's going to be hit toward the first baseman, but it's foul. That was a pretty soft little pop, so it's a good thing for Asher it was, because it was not a problem for Cale Knight to handle. So it remains 3-2 with one out and one runner on, Aiden Leathers. Landon Joyce, delivery. That one hits solidly, but it will also be a foul. It's going to land out in the Union bullpen. No one up for Union, so it will be Garrett Taylor's game to finish, and of course, it may finish in this inning. We'll see. Redhawks need 3 runs to continue this game. 3-2 count. Well outside, and that is going to walk Asher Fowler. So the Red Hawks with 2 runners on. Shortstop, number 3, Zach Oliver. Zach has 2 flyouts to his credit today. Gavin Wilhelm, who has been on twice, a walk and a single, is the guy in the on-deck circle. So as I mentioned, you want to get to Joyce, make him work, and they are making him work this inning, and you can see some of the frustration noticeably. Let's see if he refocuses. Not there, high for ball 1. No one up in Sand Springs bullpen. Well, no, there is too. Yes, there is somebody up in Sand Springs bullpen. Certainly they want Joyce to finish this game, but he's going to have to keep himself within himself, and right now he's not doing that. High again for ball 2. They've also really fouled a ton of baseballs off, both teams have, so he may be wearing out a little bit too. That's a lot of pitches just through these almost 5 innings. Joyce ready. That one is hit solidly, and that is not going to be collected by the left fielder, and that's going to plate at least 1. Might get 2 home, but it will not. At least 1's going to score, though, so that's a double for Zach Oliver and a run scored for Aiden Leathers. 12-1 now. DH number 15, Gavin Wilhelm, as I mentioned, is the guy up, and Sand Springs will now go to the bullpen. Oh, and Landon Joyce is not happy. As we mentioned, though, if you can make him work, you'll frustrate him, and I think he's frustrated now, and Sand Springs will bring in a relief pitcher. Joyce is going to get a heck of a round of applause, and he deserves it. Quite honestly, the young man's pitched a really good baseball game. Taking the mound for Sand Springs. That is number 12. That will be Cashin McIntyre. McIntyre, of course, has been the DH. So Union, again, needs 3 runs to continue playing baseball. Well, they've got 1, and they'll have a couple on. So opportunities here as McIntyre steps in. We again talk about playoff scenarios, and they're going to change greatly, but it does look like Santa Fe, Moore, and Edmond Memorial might be involved in a possibility for Union. But with all the scenarios left, there's really no way to tell until this season is over or really close to it. Actually, it may go down to the last out of several baseball games. That's just the way it works when you're talking about a lot of people involved in playoff scenarios. Plenty of warm-up time being given here. For Cashin McIntyre. Looks like they're going to be ready to play baseball here in a moment, though. So Wilhelm will step back in. And Cashin McIntyre will take the place of Landon Joyce. Just watching him warm up, a lot of movement on those pitches. He didn't hit a ton of strike zone, but he's got a ton of movement. So for Union players, a little patience here will pay off. 2nd and 3rd for the Red Hawks with 1 out. So if you can get the guy at 2nd home, Union will have a chance to continue playing here in what has already been a long game. We're at 8-11, and we're only in the 5th inning. McIntyre, well outside for ball 1. When I say well outside, think of Bob Uecker. And everybody knows what I mean. Second delivery from McIntyre is a very good one and fouled back, and we're at 1-1. McIntyre, long study. That one was close, but broke to the outside. That's a ball. 2-1. So I mentioned Union led their game last night against the same Sand Springs team 8-0 before they finished 8-5. So scoring runs late can happen. That ball, though, popped well up. Worthington looks like he should be under it, but he calls him off, and Dudley is there. And that will be a fly out for Wilhelm. And now the Red Hawks are down to their last out. Right fielder number 6, Peyton Williams. 2 men on, 2 men out here in the bottom of the 5th. Union needs to get that guy at second all the way home if they want to keep playing. Williams has a fly out and a strikeout. Again, way on the outside there for Worthing, or pardon me, for McIntyre, and is 1-0. Cassian McIntyre with that unique kind of a lightly colored bluish glove. Again on the outside, and it's 2-0. McIntyre working fairly quickly, ignoring the runners completely. Got the corner on that one, it's 2-1. He's got good outside break on that ball, but he's been so far to the outside that that's the first time he's been able to paint the corner. That one's going to be hit in the air and should be an easy play for Tatum Wells. It is, and that's going to be the ball game. So we'll run rule this thing after 5. Union will drop this one 12-1. 9 errors for the Red Hawks in this game. So that's going to end our broadcast. We are going to stay in the stadium, though, and honor our seniors. Thanks to Andy Irwin and all the Union Sports Network crew. I'm Rick Corey. For all of us, we'll join you next time on Friday here for baseball once again on the Union Sports Network.